We should now be live.
Okay, hi everybody. This is something a little different. Bucky will be DMing his first campaign. I am calling it Fallout New Orre unless something more creative comes to me. Did someone say something?
I think Hatter just dropped out of the call is all.
Ah, gotcha. Well, he'll be back, so no worries. This is going to be a pretty short opening session. Just my goal is to introduce everybody and get everybody on the road with the plot hook and shit. So, like, I had this whole document I was gonna read. Well, not document, but like little... You know that thing at the beginning of every Fallout game that's like war never changes, and it gives background and shit?
Get Ron Perlman all up in here.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, but it looks really nerdy now that I'm reading it, so I'm like, no, I hate myself, but... Sorry, I thought I heard my dad knocking. So, you know what, I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to read it anyways.
Alright, nerdbag.
What was that, Dally?
That wasn't me.
Oh, I thought... Sorry, I thought I heard you say something.
Do it.
That's Hannah.
Oh, it's Hannah. It's Hannah, my bad. She's just so quiet, I can't... Alright, but anyways. Okay, so... War. War never changes. 200 years ago, Orre was a region plagued by sin and vice. It has a dark history, legends of Cypher and Team Snag'em, of murderers and thieves in numbers unrivaled by any region, of a wasteland so ravaged that in its final days few wild Pokemon remained. It finally found its legs, its voice, its justice shortly before the bombs fell. Yet somehow it rose from the ashes of nuclear fallout, reborn. In a strange twist, radiation brought new life to the region. Pokemon began to mutate, some even growing more powerful and aggressive than ever in ways not seen anywhere else. At the center of this mystery is Riolu Tower, rumored to have priceless treasures, but surrounded by mutants and abominations in such great numbers that none dare to venture too close. Legends, of course, attract people, and Orre slowly but surely, to the ire of regions once much more civilized, found its voice once again. Yet there are those who would silence it. The new Unova Republic, Team Storm, the mythical Ascendants, and the Kindred all have their eyes set on Riolu Tower. After all, whoever controls it controls Orre itself. But are they any match for the mutants outside, or its rumored master called the One? All who live here, Pokemon and human alike, are growing restless. It's only a matter of time before history repeats itself, before all hell breaks loose on the region once more, just as it had nearly 200 years before. Because war... Bless you. War never changes.
Did I just miss something?
Yeah.
It was all the war never changes.
Oh, okay. I had an unexpected call from my dad, so...
No biggie. Alright, so... Okay, so...
It was very good,
No.
Bucky. I don't think it was nerdy at all.
Thanks.
It was very nerdy. I loved it.
Well, nerdy insofar as we're role players with Pokemon and Fallout, so yeah, but in that context.
In that context, it's cool. I like to think, at least. Okay. So on that note, I have managed to gather all of you in Phenac City, some more willing than others.
I just live here.
I came willingly.
Eventually, yes.
You were just trying to troll me, let's be honest.
I've decided it's probably
I was
payback.
staying in character.
You were staying in character. Yes, Dally?
I just think it's payback for when you were Bucky's DM.
From when I
plead the
attached
fifth.
a door to the void. Oh god. Anyways.
You were not my most irritating player at all.
I'm aware. I've heard stories. But still, I attached a door to the void. But anyway.
20 minutes in character of phone calls.
Fire hose rats.
my most proud moment.
20,
That's because you're a bastard, darling.
20-minute slowpoke attack.
I hit my arm. It was 6 months long. It was torture.
Oh god. Alright, so anyways, I have managed to gather all of you in Phenac City. And so I'd just like you all to go around, share what your character looks like, and what they would most likely be doing around midday, which I'm going to say is, you know, what time it is.
I'm happy to start, Bucky, although I would like to ask, how many days has it been since my solo session?
Since your solo session, I'm going to say it's been about 5 days.
Okay.
Oh, and may we also get a description of Phenac City?
Yes.
Do you want to go ahead
okay.
and start with that?
Yes, I'll do that. Okay, so for those who've played Colosseum, I'll just describe it, but for anyone who hasn't played it. Okay, so it's this big kind of circular sort of city that has a couple tiers to it. At the top tier is the Colosseum, which is covered in a big stone dome. It's got lots of water running through it, and in the Colosseum is a little shanty town where refugees live who can't afford to officially buy a house in the city. On the second tier are like the houses and stuff like that. These, compared to the rest of the wasteland, these are pretty nice houses. They're actually pretty solid, not made of like cloth and sticks and metal and shit like that. Actually pretty well built and preserved from pre-war. And on the lower tier is the market, like full of different Pokemon shops, a Pokemon center. It's got like a berry shop that Rachel runs. That's the shop that Rachel runs that you all were told about in your solo sessions. It's got like little channels of water running through the whole city, and it's pure and clean water being irrigated and purified from the nearby oasis. There are a few little plots of soil with plants growing from them around the city, and there is a little gated-off farm outside that Rachel and her helpers, specifically Leilani, and who actually just came to offer her services a couple days ago, Jolene. So...
Wait, Jolene's been working with me?
Just like she just showed up the last day. You might not have even seen her yet because, you know, you're out and about, she's out and about, etc.
Fair enough.
And she doesn't live with Rachel like you do.
Mm.
Okay, so is that an adequate description? Are there any questions?
I believe so.
Okay.
I just wanted to get a sense of our bearing.
Okay, so with that in mind, Dali, you can go ahead and start with describing Layla and what she's up to.
Cool. So Layla is 14 years old and she stands at around about 5 feet, so just a tallish average for a girl her age. Sturdy frame, well-built legs for constantly running around chasing bugs. Her skin is a rich dark brown and her eyes are dark and sparkling beneath high arched brows, giving her a somewhat permanent expression of wonderment. She wears round spectacles, a wide-brimmed straw hat over a cloud of fluffy charcoal black hair that falls down to around the small of her back. She's going to be wearing a vest, green overalls, Wellington boots, and she is usually carrying a butterfly net and a tattered journal. And at the moment, she has her butterfly net kind of slung over one shoulder. It's got a little sort of large handkerchief, so it's kind of like a makeshift blanket inside it, so that it makes it into a little comfortable hammock type thing for her Pokemon, which is an oddish wurmple fusion. Sprig, and Sprig is just chilling out in the little butterfly net as Layla walks along. She's carrying her journal, and she, I'm going to say, has been at school with her sisters this morning, but has now finished for the day.
Okay, so is she just wandering around town?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Holy shit, that's a lot of hair. And she does actually sound like she looks like a whimsicott with black floof.
That's amazing.
Floof, 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 floof.
Cottonee, like, Iolana is just like, whoa!
Some kind of whimsicott.
Well, Iolana's never seen a whimsicott, but go on.
No, like, I was just more thinking, like, not even just the whimsicott thing, but just like, holy shit, that's a lot of cotton. That's a lot of fluff.
Very fluffy hair. Like maybe 3A or 4C kind of texture, something like that. Anyway, so, yeah, she's basically, I think, kind of on her way home, but she's thinking about checking in and seeing Rachel on the way.
Okay. Who would like to go next? Eli, would you be cool with it since you're not zarging?
Yes, I would. That's probably a good idea. So, Leilani is a young man who has been working with Rachel for a few days or a few weeks at this point.
A few weeks.
All right. And he is clearly of Hawaiian or Pacific Islander descent, and so he has a sort of brown skin and hair that is black at the very base, but very quickly has been obviously bleached blonde. And he's quite a bit overweight, about 5'10", and he's wearing somewhat tattered now vaulty clothes.
What's the number on your vault suit?
Oh, yes, sorry, just 546.
546.
And Leilani is 20 years old, and very, very obviously does not belong in the wasteland, and he is always shadowed by Iolana, his cottonee, who everyone is pretty sure is the actual brains behind the operation.
Okay, how about Andrea?
Okay. I claim Spark. Spark is about a 15-year-old girl. She stands about 5'5". She wears blue jeans, a red and purple striped shirt, and she has a very hood similar to this one, except it's black and actually does cut off at the shoulders, unlike mine. And she has a red bomber jacket tied around her waist and has a bandage over her left, just kind of like wrapping around her left arm up, like right in this area. And under her hood covers about up to her nose, like I have mine now, and has a little tufts of red hair sticking out from under the hood. And she probably will be just arriving in town to go and get some fresh water from the reserves. And she carries a cute and adorable little cyndaquil named Eggsy. Spelled
EXE.
Yes.
See, I like to think of it as like Eggsy, like egg, and then SY.
But it's Eggsy. EXE.
Eggsy, yes. He is an egg. But anyways. Hannah.
I was not aware we were supposed to prepare speeches.
Like, not a huge speech or anything, but just give a quick description of Jolene and what she's up to right now.
Jolene has been tenderly planting some heirloom cabbage seeds. She is 5'1", and she's a ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
She physically appears to be like late 70s, early 80s, but, you know, she's a ghoul, so best guess. And she is carrying a large knitting basket, which appears to be at least partially filled with cabbages. And
cabbages!
A shotgun. And an aron.
Named?
The Aron's name is Alice Ashley Ron, and she goes by A.A.Ron.
I approve. Hunter, are you able to speak yet? Guess not.
Worth noting,
Oh.
we, as of yet... Oh, never mind.
Who's clicking?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm gonna try and make this short. Quinn is probably at a bar somewhere, ordering a Coca-Cola. His mix of a fusion of a riolu and a oh my god, how am I forgetting?
Litwick.
Litwick, thank you. And a litwick is most likely sitting on his lap, drinking a Coca-Cola as well. And he's wearing a patchwork leather outfit made out of multiple layers of rags and leather scraps. He wears a leather headpiece with a scarf and goggles, so you can't really see his face. And he's also covered in dirt and dust and sand. He looks like he spends a lot of time outside in the wild. And he's missing his left arm just above the elbow.
Okay, so I think that's everyone.
Does he have a prosthetic, or is there just like a stump chilling?
In case Hunter can't speak right now, he doesn't like have a prosthetic or anything, but like he might keep a pipe or something kind of tied to it to make it look like he has an arm, but of course it has that stiff look.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Also, just worth noting, we have no idea how Jolene is able to carry A.A.Ron, so the operating theory at the moment is Granny is stacked.
I'm pretty sure A.A.Ron weighs more than I do.
She does.
That's what I said. Granny is stacked.
Okay, what'd you put as your weight on your character sheet out of curiosity?
I think it just says so small. Hang on.
But important question,
I'm
is it
checking.
small with an A or an O?
With an O.
Good.
Yep. Height 5'1". Weight so small. and the description just says Madam Foster with a shotgun.
Like I said, we're adopting her as grandmother to everyone.
Yes.
Leilani is actually 5'8", so he's 7 inches taller than her, and probably at least twice her weight because he weighs 250 pounds.
Oh
I think probably more than twice her weight. She's so tiny.
So small. Oh, Layla's the shortest.
Yeah.
She's still growing though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's room to grow. Okay.
I understand that Leilani may have significant function as like a fighter and a survivalist, but realistically, 99% of his job is going to be getting things off of high shelves.
Yep.
I can see that.
And I think Quinn, from what I remember from his character sheet, I think he's around 6 feet, so him too.
I have a character that's middle height.
Leilani will
I'm
be the
shortest.
one that takes the... Leilani will get down the things that take 2 hands to hold.
Okay, so on that note, we're going to start with a quick scene in Rachel's, where Rachel checks her mail, or like a courier comes up to the shop and like knocks on the door. Leilani, you hear Rachel answer it.
Leilani right now is off the clock, so he's just playing with Iolana.
Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, you hear her open the door, close it. You hear her, well, you don't hear her, but you imagine she's reading whatever she got. And then all of a sudden she bolts upstairs to your room excitedly.
Am I in trouble?
No, not at all. Leilani, we've got a really great opportunity.
Oh, what's that then? And Leilani will sit up and just hold Iolana in his arms.
Well, Listen, kiddo, you know how I've been telling you I always wanted a juice shop, but there hasn't been really the supply or demand for it?
Yes.
Well, I just got a letter, and a friend of mine might have an opportunity in Gadion Port.
Oh, yes, I think I can see, actually, what's Gadion Port?
It's... oh,
So wise.
It's a seaside town, ways away from here. It's kind of across the region, kiddo. You good, Eli? Damn.
Sorry, I'm zarging a bit.
It's okay.
But, it's a town where what?
It's a seaside town across the region.
Oh, then, from what I read, oceans are a good place to have cold, foodstuffs. So, yes, I can see that. Is there any way that Iolana and I can help?
Well, you see, kiddo...
Iolana trills.
Well, you see, kiddo, as much as I really want to go, I gotta run this place, because I can't risk losing my business here in case this doesn't check out, so... You think you could go in my stead?
Leilani has a look on his face which can best be described as immense excitement and pants-shitting terror.
It was at this point that Leilani realized he was going to die.
Iolana just wrestles out of his arms and basically flies up into grills loudly.
You can say no, kiddo. I'll find someone else. Eli, you still okay? Ah, damn. Well, while we wait for him,
Clearly she should go check in with Jolene.
yeah, well, I'm 90% sure Leilani's gonna say yes. In fact, actually, we're like 99.9% sure. So, we'll skip ahead a little bit to where she's asking around town for people to go with him. So Rachel is out walking around town, and does she see anyone, like Layla maybe, or Jolene?
Layla...
I'm in the cabbage patch.
Yeah,
In the Cabbage Patch.
she is a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Excuse you, I am a cabbage patch matron.
Yes, that's what I meant. And yeah, Layla sometimes walks home from school with her sisters, but I'm gonna say on this occasion, like they kind of went to different areas of town today, and she's just going to see Rachel.
So you run into her on your way to see her, and Rachel's like, "Ah, hey little lady, what you up to?"
I was just gonna come see you and see how you were doing. You saved me a trip. Hi, how are you?
Well, it's funny you ask. I'm doing great. I just, you know how I've always wanted that berry shop?
Did someone give you one?
Well, not quite yet. I've got an opportunity in Gadion Port. I'm sending my boy to go look at it.
Your boy who, hasn't been out in the New Orre region for very long and doesn't know his way around, and wasn't there something about a slowpoke that tried to eat him?
Yeah, it didn't try to eat him, but yeah. I love how right now to the stream the slowpoke is a noodle incident. We're just gonna keep it that way for a while. How about that?
Sounds good.
Okay, so she's like, yeah. And see, that's why I'm out on the town right now, is because I gotta ask around for someone to go with him, you know? I'm probably gonna ask Jolene to go with him, but...
Who's Jolene?
Oh, she's this new lady that started working for me just yesterday.
Oh,
I-
cool.
Yeah. Well, and she gets a look and she goes, "Say, I know you had a rough time just outside the city walls a couple days ago, but figure your moms will let you go?"
Well, Mom and Mama say that, we're not supposed to go anywhere without a buddy, but if I'm going with other people, and I've been asking Mom and Mama to let me travel a little bit, away from Phenac City for a while so I can go to Oasis sometime, So, I mean, as long as there's someone competent. So, can Jolene look after herself?
Oh, I reckon so. She's an older woman, and she makes some damn good cabbages. Well, grows them.
Okay. Are they good for throwing at people who want to kill us?
Well, she carries a shotgun around.
Okay, I think that'll help. I'll need to ask my mom's, but sure. I think that'd be really cool. I mean, you want to go, right, Sprig? Sprig bounces. Yeah, Sprig wants to go. And I mean, it's
sorry,
it's away from Rielu
Eli's
Tower, right?
Sorry, Eli's back, and I just want to get him before he zargs again.
Go for it.
Alright.
Alright, so Eli, sorry, we skipped ahead because we assume Leilani's going to say yes, but
That's understandable, but Leilani says, well, I think that and then Iolana wrestles out of his arms and flies right up into Rachel's face and trills loudly.
A good trill or bad trill?
Just excited trill, and Leilani smiles weakly and says, she says yes.
Okay, well, since you're so new to the wasteland, I tell you what, I'm going to head out to town, and I'm going to ask some folks to go with you, alright?
Yes, that would probably be good. Iolana and I will pack our thing.
Alright, I better get to it then.
Single solitary thing.
Single solitary thing.
I'm sorry. The single solitary thing, I've missed this.
I don't even know what the thing is, but it's getting packed.
What is the thing?
Yeah,
Eli?
what is it? I don't remember what the thing
It
is.
is
surely.
it's
yeah.
a portable planter.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It is basically a tiny, self-contained hydroponic environment.
Fair enough. Okay, so Rachel heads out and back to the conversation with Layla.
I mean, we'd be going away from Riolu, right? And that's where the Vions are, so going away from them can't be a bad thing.
Oh, hell yeah. Sorry, I forgot I'm not supposed to swear around you girls.
I won't tell.
Oh, who is it? Sorry, guys.
Food delivery.
Oceans rise. Yes, Dracos. Vions are this universe's version of Deathclaws.
Alright, sorry about that.
Sorry.
Okay, so,
Hi, Bucky's butler.
Bucky's mom. And Hunter's back, cool. Rachel says, alright, so I'm gonna go around and ask some more people if they're willing to go, and why don't you go ask your mamas, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so when Layla takes off, Rachel also takes off to go talk to Jolene.
Hello.
Hey there, Jolene. I know you just started working for me yesterday, but I want to ask you a favor since you're so experienced out in the wasteland, it seems.
Yes. That is, I have lots of life experience.
Uh-huh.
In repeatedly throwing my aron at things.
I would never throw A.A.Ron. It's like tossing a dwarf.
She just takes A.A.Ron and just bashes.
That's what my shotgun is for.
Note to self. Get this universe's equivalent of Fat Man. Mode A.A.Ron into it. Woo!
Crater.
What exactly would be the damage roll for that?
I'd figure
I
something
imagine it'd be
out.
something like like a heavy metal press plus a whoa, what the hell?
There's an echo.
There is indeed.
Also, hi, Hatter. Okay, it seems to be gone now, but anyway, it would be like the equivalent of heavy smash and the level 5 rollout.
Amazing. But anyways, so she goes, well, I mean, I don't like to make assumptions or anything, but, you know, you just seem... You're a ghoul, so, you know...
I know many things.
She realizes suddenly that she is being prejudiced and shuts up. And...
Oh, she's a ghoul? I didn't know that. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then she says, anyways, point being, my boy's going out alone, and I don't want him to be
You're
alone.
letting him out alone?
I was getting to that. I don't want him to be alone, so I was wondering if you could go with him.
Oh, God. Well, if I don't, he'll probably die.
I'm asking some other folks to go with him, don't worry.
Jolene is the smartest member of our party.
If I don't, he'll probably die. Alright, so she goes, I'll give you 100 caps for it.
Alright.
Cool, I'll go find some other folks then. I'll let you know when it's, when I round up everyone.
Alright.
So she takes off, and alright, so Spark is loaded, like, filling up her water bottles, right?
Yes.
Alright, so Rachel walks up to Spark and pats her on the shoulder.
Ah!
Oh, sorry, little lady, I just,
Oh, it's you. Okay. So sorry about that.
no problem, but I've just seen you, around here, and I've seen you traveling alone. And...
I'm not really alone, just... I have him.
Uh-huh. Well...
Like, you just kind of sitting there, it's like...
Well, listen, I have a business opportunity here. I'm willing to pay you 100 caps if you go and help take care of my dumb son.
I don't know.
Alright, so here's what's going on here. The kid I'm taking care of, he's gonna be going to Gadion Port with a few other people, checking out a business opportunity there. If you go with him, I'll give you 100 caps.
Traveling in groups isn't necessarily my thing. But she just kind of looks down at Eggsy for a moment.
She smiles, kind of slyly, and she goes, what if I throw some extra juice in?
Deal.
Alright. Meanwhile, Jolene polishes her shotgun. Alright, so she wanders around town for a little while, asking around. No one else really responds. Until she goes into the bar, and she shouts, Hey, anyone in here man enough to help my boy across the wasteland?
And then there's silence.
Quinn has fallen asleep.
Quinn has passed out from being drunk.
Yeah, okay. Again, I have to make this quick happen.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Quinn will. Let me fix that. Quinn will like look up and be like, "What's his plan?"
Rachel looks up at him and says, 100 caps.
Well,
Gating on port.
okay. And Quinn will get up and start walking out.
Cool. So, since Layla, unlike the other party members, has to ask for her parents' permission, we're gonna play out that scene real quick.
Uh-oh.
Alright,
And
so
here's where we
she
find out that Dally can't be in the campaign after all, because her player's mum said no. Character's mums, sorry.
Nah. I've got a way out in case you don't manage to convince her with a roll or something.
Cool. Layla arrives home. Possibly some of her sisters are home as well at this point, I don't know, I'll leave that up to you. And she looks for Lyra or Cecily.
You find Cecily.
Hi, Mama.
Hey, Cricket, what's up?
So, you know how I really want to be, like, join the Oasis when I'm older, like Mom?
Be the very best like no one ever was.
Does she say that?
What? No.
Okay.
That was just me.
Fair enough.
Alright, so she goes, yeah, what's up?
Well, you know, Rachel has always wanted her own berry shop.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how she can't really leave here because she's got stuff to tend to here?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how she kind of took in that Vault boy a couple, like, months ago?
Yes.
She sent him across the wasteland to Katie on port and she needs people to go with him, and I thought maybe I could because, I'll be going with an old lady who has a shotgun.
Best logic ever.
That's amazing. Cecily just stares at you and she's like, old lady with a young lady.
Yeah?
That just doesn't sound safe. We can't let you go and do that.
Well, I figured that, I mean, for one thing, we're not going anywhere Realgam Tower. We're kind of going in a different direction, right? So, less likely to be attacked by Vions than if we were here. And I felt like ever since the Vion attack with me when we're outside, Mama, I feel like I'm kind of scared to go out anymore, even if I'm with one of my sisters, or you, or Mom. And I'd like to kind of not be scared anymore. And I figure, well, I mean, you want us to implement the buddy system, and I figured that an old lady with a shotgun would be like triple buddy system, because she's a buddy, because she's a person, and she's a double buddy because she's older and has experience, and she's a triple buddy because she has something that can, like, I mean, a shotgun is like, it makes her like a Pokemon because she has her own attack.
Cecily takes a deep breath, and you can see in her face she's about to say no again. When Lyra comes out and says,
Lyra.
You should go. Lyra, sorry.
Yeah. What?
And she sighs, and like Cecily just looks at her and says, What? And Lyra sighs and looks at Cecily and says, We can't keep her here forever. And Cecily just looks shocked and says, But she's so young.
Mama, before the war happened, people got to go on Pokemon journeys when they were 10. I'm 14.
Cicely looks flabbergasted and says, "That was before there were mutants and radiation everywhere."
But, I'm 14. That's older than 10. She doesn't really act like she's...
Continued use of A+ logic.
Are you okay over there, Hannah?
No.
Jolene is having a bad feeling about this.
Jolene is completely unaware of what's going on, and yet she still knows, deep in her heart, that somewhere, someone's parents are making an irresponsible decision.
But, Mom, it's not like I'm taking this lightly. It's more that I want to be able to go around by myself again. And I know it's not safe out there. But I'd like to be able to learn to fend for myself. You know?
Lyra looks at Cicely. Or, is it Cecily or Cicely?
Sorry, it's Cicely.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, just making sure. And so she looks at Cicely and says, "Let's talk to Rachel." Cicely...
You could talk to the lady with a shotgun too, if that would help. I'm sure she's real nice.
Cicely is just muttering "lady with a shotgun" to herself repeatedly.
I think she has a name, but I forgot it because shotgun.
The only person in this fucking campaign who brought a firearm.
Yes.
I have a knife.
Well, technically...
I have an Eggsy.
Yeah, Eggsy is kind of a firearm.
He is a fire.
A fire burrito.
More like a fireball.
Fair.
Oh god, that's amazing.
But yes,
Fire ferret.
Yes, but see...
No, that would be when he evolves into a Kulava. Right now, he is still
Potato.
a cyndaquil. So he's a fireball.
I would like to...
Because he can make his butt fire.
I would like to point out how quickly Bucky had to implement the "it's okay, if you don't manage to convince her, I've got something." It's like, oh god, no, she's making it worse. Quick, call in the other mother.
But not like the other mother from Coraline.
God, no.
Nope.
Nope.
The amount of nope in here.
Fuck that movie so much.
I love that movie, but
I
scary.
do not like that movie.
Oh really? I liked it, but it was scary as hell. Anyway.
Ugh.
It's one of those that you like it, but in a sort of way. But anyways, so Lyra looks at you, and says, "You stay here, Cricket. We're going to go talk to Rachel."
Okay.
Right, so she takes Cicely's hand. Cicely is still arguing with her, and they both leave the house. And they argue with Rachel off-screen.
Meanwhile, Layla is just kind of sat down and is holding Sprig on her lap and kind of going, "You know, I don't think I debated that the best way I possibly could have."
Sprig shrugs. Or she would if she had shoulders.
She just kind of wiggles her little arms.
Okay, all of the Pokemon that are more obscure than the Cyndaquil, can I have pictures?
Yes.
Because literally the only one I know is Cyndaquil.
Yay!
I'll grab pictures of an oddish and a wurmple, but I haven't actually finished the drawing of what the fusion looks like.
Okay, I know what both oddishes and wurmples look like.
Oh, that's fine. Then I don't need to bother.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna link a picture of a riolu.
How should I react to all this? Who should I go to first? I think Jolene would have been the first to arrive.
Probably. Well, Yeah, so after the
Is
argument...
that an accurate guess?
Well, yeah, I'll let Hannah decide. Sorry.
Wait, what am I arriving to? I'm confused.
Like,
We're all meeting at the shop, and then going.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty much already there.
yeah, it's the...
So
it's,
Leilani sees Jolene, walks. Am I zarging?
No.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, you are.
Yep.
Well,
I hate Zarg.
in any case, Eli, are you good now, or is it still going?
I think I am. So, first, Leilani's going to go up to Jolene and do it. The way he approaches her, he can't see her face right away, and he reaches down towards her and says, hello, ma'am. My name is Leilani, and
Oh! No!
God damn it, Leilani.
What happened?
He saw that she's a ghoul. He's never seen a ghoul before.
before.
Oh. Oh.
And, yeah, he staggers backwards and falls down on his butt, and Iolana just is staring at you.
Hello.
Herself between Leilani and you and trying to make herself look bigger.
Oh!
Do I know what a vault suit is? Can I roll
Roll... Hold on, let me check.
do I roll perception or general knowledge?
General knowledge.
Yes. Finally something I'm not terrible at. 11.
Alright, that's not bad, so I'm gonna say yeah. You know what a vault suit is.
You're one of those vault kids.
Please don't hurt me.
Who let you out on your own? Where's your mother?
I didn't go out on my own. I ran away. I'm sorry.
Where's your mother?
Back in
Do
the
you even
vault.
have a gun?
No.
Oh, God. All right. That's it. I'm adopting you.
Please don't eat Iolana. What?
Why would I eat that?
You're not gonna bite me and turn me into a zombie too, are you?
No.
No.
Can Q come in at this point?
Yes.
'Cause- okay. If Q comes
Someone
in, Q
please
says,
rescue Iolana.
Q says, careful, she might eat your brains, and Leilani just blanches and Iolana puffs herself up bigger. Then Q says, that's a joke. She's a cool kid. Get up.
Jolene snickers.
Leilani just quietly gets up and grabs Iolana tight to himself, sort of squishing her back down to her normal size. But
I put A.A.Ron
Iolana
on
just
the ground,
uses her
so-
little leaves to do an I'm watching you thing.
I put A.A.Ron on the ground so that she can go make friends with Iolani.
Alright, so yeah, the Pokemon are off playing.
Spark quietly walks in like you don't even hear the door open.
Do we
I'll
have
allow
to
it.
roll to know if we notice Clark?
Spark roll.
Stealth?
Yeah, stealth.
Oh, good. My favorite skill. Was it 46 more stealth? It was 46.
Dang it, Oswin, where'd you go? Wait, hang on.
Run, baby!
Everyone else, roll.
Well, that was shit.
Roll a perception check.
Alright, hang on, let me check my percep. Also, I found a GIF.
Oh, good.
I saw nothing. I know nothing.
And for the record, Q helps Leilani get up with his stub and says, "Watch it, I got a bad hand." And Leilani says, "Oh, yes, I can... oh,
Leilani.
You certainly do seem to have... Is that a hand? Does that count as a hand?"
Q says, "Lighten up, kid."
My mom said I should try, but I haven't been able to yet.
Dumb baby.
Hey, maybe your hand's off with my nose.
Leilani looks vaguely ill.
There's suddenly a cyndaquil in the middle of with the rest of the Pokemon.
Does any of the trainers react? Oh, Leilani, that's a tie. I'm gonna see you don't hear her come in, but you see her. Like, once she's in, you do see her.
Sorry, I zarged a little bit.
You don't hear Spark come in, but once she's in, like, you know, in the building, you do spot her.
Leilani blinks and says, "Oh. Hello there. And I see you brought your little rat thing as well."
She's not
a
rat.
Leilani suddenly has a panic attack because it's a fire type.
I'm very sorry. I've never seen so many different kinds of Pokemon because the only ones back in my vault were cottonee, like Iolana.
Flower, the bay leaf, comes up and starts playing quietly with the other Pokemon.
And Iolana is keeping a tight watch on all of them, basically keeping between everything and Leilani. Like I said, the GIF I posted earlier.
Alright, okay. So real quick, just to clarify what's happening with Layla, her parents came home later that night, Cicely particularly begrudging, but they both said, yes, you can go. Rachel talked to us, and there's going to be a lot of supervision there.
And Layla will have been really excited, slightly nervous, but really excited and really grateful, and hugging them all tight, and also making sure to hug her sisters tight when she sees them as well.
Alright, so therefore you have permission to gather with the rest of the party in the shop at will.
And she does! She packs an overnight bag.
Sorry. Just saying so you all know, Hatter is about to run out of batteries on his phone.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to hurry. Okay, so...
Yeah, Layla heads over. She packs up and then she heads over.
Alright, you go inside and you see all these people.
Oh wow. There really is a lot of supervision.
Oh no. Hannah, what?
Hello.
His eyes go wide and a huge grin comes over his face. Oh my god, is that another grass type?
Huh? Oh, Sprig? Sprig is currently in the butterfly net. She hops onto Layla's hat. Sprig's kinda grass and bug type. She's part wurmple, I think.
You may never see a fusion, have you, kid?
No,
He ain't never seen anything.
I've never seen it before I came out here. I'd never seen anything that wasn't grass fairy.
So you're from a vault and stuff?
Yes. And I've never seen people your age with Pokemon.
Huh? You're meant to get Pokemon, like, whenever, aren't you?
None.
Who's arguing?
Eli? Yeah, looks like he's arguing.
Meanwhile, Sprig surveys the room from the top of Layla's head, and then quickly bounces from Layla's head to Jolene's, to Spark's, to Leilani's, and then finally to Quinn's, where she rests atop the tallest person in the room.
Sprig is like, ha-ha!
So yeah, Sprig is just chilling on top of Quinn's head now.
Hunter, does Quinn react?
Type.
Quinn crouches. Ah! That's great.
Sprig pouts, flounces down off of Quinn and onto the ground, and just kind of stomps off.
Ah!
Exie starts following Sprig.
Jolene offers them some cabbage.
I'm sure they accept.
Yeah, Sprig does. She kind of looks at it askance, but then eats it.
Does Eggsy eat the cabbage?
Exie noms it like he hasn't eaten anything that good in days. More like, well, weeks.
Every so often, Sprig looks around at Quinn and narrows her eyes at him.
Just like, you're the one that doesn't want me to follow my dreams.
You're getting in the way of me being tall.
Watch when she evolves, she ends up being the tallest Pokemon. Oh wait, nope, that's A.A.Ron. Never mind.
Yep. It me.
Yeah, but when she's fully evolved, she'll be able to fly. So, she'll be taller than everyone. She doesn't quite understand the meaning of the word tall. She thinks it just means high up.
That's beautiful, actually. Alright, is Eli back yet? Nope. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
Fine.
Okay. Because I'm gonna wait for Rachel to ship you all off, for when everyone's here.
Eggsy is just very excited to be seeing a bunch of new Pokemon.
Also,
Bouncing around the room.
reminder that since you all RP your Pokemon as well as your characters, and since Pokemon can speak to each other, just not humans, you can RP your Pokemon speaking to each other. I know that might be a little complicated, but...
Well, can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hunter just had to drop,
cool.
but...
But, Iolana, in that case, well, for one, if he's allowed, Leilani will be examining Sprig and just looking her all over.
Sprig is not used to this level of attention and backs away.
Eggsy gets right into Leilani's face.
Yeah, Exie hides, Sprig hides behind Exie.
A.A.Ron sniffs Exie.
Eggsy goes, "Don't make me light my butt!"
Sprig is hiding behind Exie.
Yes.
Yes.
Leilani looks sad, and Iolana says to the other Pokemon, "Okay, that's right. You may be hot shit now, but don't get any big ideas. He's my human."
Sprig just bounces up from behind Exie and goes, "You can keep him. He's weird."
I like my human.
Did you say something, Andrea?
Eggsy went, I like my human.
Flower walks up and boops Iolana a bit and says, "Iolana, be nice."
As soon as Flower comes and boops Iolana, Sprig jumps onto Flower's head.
Hello.
Hey, Flower.
Hello.
Iolana just looks very bitter.
Which one's flower?
bay leaf.
She's a bay leaf. I'll get you a picture.
Meanwhile, Iolana's just making bitchy plant noises in the corner.
Exu just comes over and just kind of pokes her with a little hand.
What the hell are you doing?
Hi.
That's a bay leaf.
Hi?
Exu.
I don't like you.
Amazing.
Why?
Because you smell like dead things.
Well,
Really?
I haven't had a proper bath in... He just sits there like he can't remember the last time he had a bath.
As many paws as you have and more?
Yes.
I think you smell like warm things. Are you a fire type?
Pokemon. But in her soul, she knows she needs to take better care of these children.
What was that, Hannah?
Jolene can't actually speak Pokemon, but in her soul she knows she is now responsible for taking care of these children.
Just all of them.
Along with all of the other children she is in a party with.
The reason that Iolana said that Xe smells like dead things is because Xe is a fire type.
I
And
figured.
Iolana's plants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like it.
And when Sprig asks that, Exy kind of just backs up away and just lights up his butt.
Ah! Okay, that's fire.
Ah! What the hell is wrong with you?
It's fire.
It's
Iolana scrambles back, and actually Leilani does as well. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit! Oh, I knew it! They're coming after us, Iolana!
who's coming after you?
You're not going to burn her! And Leilani holds Iolana tight and wraps around her.
Huh?
Exy won't hurt a fly unless I ask him to.
He's just a cyndaquil. Layla goes over and kind of holds out a hand to Exy. Hey fella, I'm Layla.
Exy just sniffs her hand and then just buries his face in it, just kind of like.
He's nice and friendly. Oh, hey! Is Spark still wearing, like, her cloak and hood?
Yeah.
Are you that, like, superhero girl who keeps coming around to get water?
I ain't a superhero, kid.
Well, then why are you wearing a cape?
It's not a cape.
It looks like
I just
it.
like to wear the hood, okay?
Because you have a secret identity.
Sure, let's go with that.
Superhero.
No.
Leilani is breathing shallowly and just looks up and says, "So, you're not here to do the burning?"
No!
Are you just, like, really scared of fire because you only grow up around around grass types?
No, there was fire, but only once a year.
Huh?
And Leilani just holds Iolana closer.
Spark goes up to him, kind of like looks at him, sort of. Her head doesn't move, but you can just kind of feel her eyes are definitely looking at you. Look.
Leilani scrambles backwards and says, "Please, please, 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 don't take her away from me."
Why would I want to do that?
Because I'm 20 now.
Huh?
They know, don't they? They must be sending someone, and
Is Rachel in the room?
They know.
I was actually just about to talk about that.
They're not gonna send anyone after you.
Rachel comes downstairs. What are y'all doing to my boy?
He started freaking out and thinking that we're gonna take his Pokemon away and burn stuff just because Axie lit up his butt. Is there something wrong with your vault person?
Rachel sits down next to Leilani and puts her arm around him and says, "Hey, kiddo, we're all here. No one's gonna get ya."
Like, we're not gonna get you. We don't even know who you are. We're, like, I mean, we're gonna help you get to Gation Port, right?
That's the plan.
I'm getting paid for.
Wait,
You're not
wait.
going to-
She's getting paid? Do I get paid?
Rachel glares at Spark for a second.
Leilani just looks up and says, they're not going to throw her in the furnace.
Why would we throw a living Pokemon in a furnace?
Layla picks up Sprig and holds her. You come from some kind of sick place where they burn Pokemon? No wonder you left.
Yes, that's... I was going to turn 20, and that's when they take Iolana away.
Well, that's...
Nobody knows what they do, but that time of year is when they turn the furnace on.
Well, that's stupid and scary and sick. You're not going back there. It's fine. We'll make sure they don't come and get you. I mean, you're weird.
I always
but no
knew those vault people were fucked up.
What'd Jolene say?
I always knew those vault people were fucked up.
She said the one I'm not allowed to.
That's...
Rachel reaches out to Layla and says, "Don't tell your moms."
That's fine. I won't. I mean, Gwen sometimes does too. Not that one, but the other one. The one beginning with S.
Shit!
Leilani just says, that's just the way we did things there.
We're not
Except
there
the
now.
overseers. The overseers had... They had the only poison types. And they got to live a long time, but... you don't do things that way out here.
No, because
No.
that's really,
Stupid.
bad worded up.
Bad worded up.
I get
And,
down in Iolani's face. Kid?
Well, Iolana just sort of wrestles her way out of Leilani's arms and just trills at him.
What was Jolene doing?
I get down in Leilani's face. Kid? Do I look 19?
Layla tilts her head to one side and says, well, in a certain light.
Like, in a certain light.
Leilani looks like a deer in the headlights and says, I see no answer to this which ends with all of my pieces still attached to me.
Spark is just kind of face palming over the hood. It's like,
I
I'm
pick up
going to get...
A.A.Ron and shake her at Leilani. Does this look like she's going in a furnace anytime soon?
It sort of looks like she's already been in one.
I boop him on the head.
Also,
Be nice.
how are you able to lift her? She's very heavy.
Don't ask questions.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Layla just leans over to Spark and says, I like her.
Of course she's going to be able to pick up her child, Leilani. God!
Leilani gets up, clearly shakily, and Iolana just sort of headbutts him. All right, as long as you feel safe. Come back to me if you ever don't, okay? And she nods.
Eggsy is now just kind of rubbing his head. The flames have gone down. They're just rubbing his head against Leilani's leg.
Leilani is very tense, but Have you ever wanted to pet your pet but not wanted to lean down, so just sort of stroked them with your foot?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Does that?
Now clinging to your foot.
Oh.
Alright, Eggsy, that's enough.
Mental image of him nomming on Leilani's foot.
Yeah.
Please don't eat me.
Do they feed people to the Pokemon where you're from too?
We don't have very many mulches anymore, but we do put the bodies in there to keep them fertilized.
Well,
Rachel jumps up to her feet and does this and says, anyways.
I mean, that's what we did with Raiders.
Oh, well, sure. Well, raiders.
What are raiders?
Oh, he doesn't know about raiders?
Rachel is just done, visibly, like this.
Layla is just gonna go over to Jolene and say, hey, you're a shotgun lady, right?
Everyone roll perception.
Oh dear.
Andrea, if you don't want to make me... Never mind.
I got a 19.
Hot damn.
You want me to roll stealth, or...?
I don't know if stealth would fit.
I'm not sure what would fit in this situation. And I can't actually see anything. Hang on.
Oh my god, Andrea.
Spark, why you channel Oswin?
See, for a second I thought you said Clark, why you channel Oswin.
This is gonna get real confusing
Is
really
that what they're
fast.
calling it these days?
Well, if he wasn't gonna make the joke, I would've.
Fair.
Ay. Well, what? I don't know what that
Staring
would
me in
be.
the face.
Yeah, I don't know what would fit either. One moment, sorry. I'm just gonna check through real quick to see what would fit for you.
I really would like to use stealth.
I gotta say, though, that 19's gonna be hard to beat.
That's 3 6s.
Perception is my best skill.
God damn it.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to sneak off all the time in this campaign.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Gotta do that.
I can't deal with how cute your cute voices are, Dally.
Okay, let's see. Stealth. Yeah, I guess stealth is really the only one that fits.
Alright. Come on, do me something good. Damn!
Okay, Spark hears Layla. Layla hears Spark. Mumble this. Sorry, give me a sec to...
It's alright. Messaging the DM's part of the game.
Let's have a look. Bucky, could you... one sec. And I know I should know out of character, would Layla know?
She's heard stories, but has never had the impression that they're real. She's thought that they're a myth, essentially, or
Okay.
that they died off a long time ago.
Okay, then we can probably play this out in character. I thought the Ascendants weren't real. I thought they were like a myth or a legend or something, she says, turning to Spark.
They are.
So...
What are they ascending above?
None of your concern, kid.
Young lady, you tell us about the Ascendants right now.
She calls him kid. He's older than
I know! If you notice, she's called both Leilani and Layla kid.
She
Okay,
can
at
kill
least
Layla
Layla's
could.
younger than her.
Leilani looks confused for a minute and says, I think I'm older than you.
Yet one of us can learn how to survive 10 minutes outside this town.
Alright, let's all be nice around here.
Young lady, you tell us about the Ascendants right now.
They're stories. That's it.
May I roll to intimidate?
But you said they were, screwed up. So, you, know stuff about them. I was
You've-
just wondering.
Some of the
I am
stories
not
have...
I'm
You've...
not sure it's good sense to try to argue with the lady who is holding the very large rock.
Hannah, yes, you may roll Intimidate, and to check against her, roll, I guess, Andrea, roll Focus.
What is my... Oh, it's a 2d6, damn it. Do I have anything that would help me in this situation?
You have a Pokemon.
Well, I mean, it's technically a beatable score.
Technically.
That
Does
was
she, cock her shotgun as, she says that young lady thing?
I think
Damn.
she's technically still holding A.A.Ron, whom she
Does
shakes
she
vigorously.
cock A.A.Ron?
Oh, shit. Oh,
I feel like
shit.
cocking a Pokemon has some unfortunate implications.
Hey, it's nothing the fandom hasn't done before.
Eli!
I am not wrong!
And that's it, folks. We're less than an hour and a half in, and this campaign has gotten perverted.
I don't have fucking anything to help me with this.
Okay, I'm just gonna PM Andrea real quick.
Did I ruin everything? I'm sorry.
No.
No, that comes later.
I do have a mature warning on this stream.
Good.
Yes, that's probably for the best.
This stream is gonna need a mature warning.
Oh no, I meant plot-wise. I was apologizing to Andrea, not to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You can kind of, she doesn't show much of it because Hood, but she definitely, just kind of, back up a bit. Look, I've just heard some really fucked up shit about them, okay? That's it.
Layla kind of tilts her head on one side and then looks back at Jolene again and says, I'm Layla, by the way. What's your name again?
Jolene?
Hi. Do you really have a shotgun?
Yes.
Spark does this.
Oh, yes, Leilani, shakes his head and says, hello, ma'am, and sir. My name is Leilani, and it is a pleasure to meet you. And Iolana and I will attempt to be at your service as best we can. Isn't that right, Iolana? Iolana rolls her eyes.
Just hope we don't run into a slowpoke.
What?
Oh, did you hear about the slowpoke too?
Leilani just blushes bright red. And
Jolene,
looks
you
down
also
at
have
the
heard
floor.
about the slowpoke.
Of course I have.
Kid, I don't think there's anyone in the wasteland who hasn't to this point.
Rachel looks at all of you and goes, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, we are gonna be...
I've made several trips to Pyrite since you told me.
You went to Pyrite?
I've been to Pyrite.
You've been to Pyrite?
Where do you think
Well-
I take the water?
Pyrite's kinda sketchy, isn't it?
I
You
thought the
should be-
people there were lovely.
You should be careful about pyrite. I know it looks shiny, but it's not real gold.
No, Leilani, we mean the town, not the...
I
No.
very gently stroke Leilani's head.
We're all going to die.
Y'all are gonna
I
die.
hope not. That would make having escaped very, very pointless.
We're all going to die. This kid is going to get us all killed. Are you sure you want to go on this? You looked at Layla, it's like, are you sure you want to do this? You have your whole life ahead of you.
Aren't you, like, kind of the same age as me?
Shut up!
Hey. And, yeah, I want to know how to survive outside the city. I want to join the Oasis someday.
What, Spark know anything about the Oasis?
You've heard about it and you've passed by it, but I'm gonna say you haven't tried to go in yet.
Okay.
Do I know anything about the Oasis?
You've heard about it, and when I say heard about it for both of you, I mean you know that they're a charitable organization dedicated to helping people by providing them with adequate food and medical care and sciencing things and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Right.
I'm sure they're not evil.
They're actually, like,
They're based on the followers of the apocalypse.
yeah, so, like, they're good people.
Leilani says, I know that I'm stupid, alright? But, I have this. And Leilani pulls out, the hydropod. And I don't have anything yet, but it is, I stole it from my vault, and it can grow just about anything.
Hey, that's so cool. Hey, you could, like, grow berries in that.
Yes, and, we had a few apricot trees in there, too. We didn't have any mechanisms, but, they could still be, used for things.
Aren't they called apricorns?
Yeah,
Sorry,
apricorns.
My bad.
Okay.
Me being dumb. It's just, and I also know how to fix it if it breaks. I worked in the hydroponics plant back in the vault.
So
Don't worry, kid. You're not stupid,
tech.
just ignorant.
You know tech, but you know nothing about surviving. Lovely.
Well, he did grow up in a vault. I guess I didn't really have to survive there.
Yes,
Good
the
point.
only thing I really had to learn there was, well, I went to school and needed to learn how to swim so that I could fix the hydroponics, and, my big sister taught me what a Hertz donut was.
Totally not pulling that from yesterday.
What's a Hertz
Yes.
donut?
You don't want one. You don't want one.
Okay.
Anyway, we probably should get moving.
Yeah, Rachel says, "All right, you kids," and Jolene.
You kids and the person responsible for you kids.
Y'all better get going now. So, and she sighs and gives you each 100 caps for your trip, or if she hasn't already.
Layla's eyes light right up. I have never held this much money in my life.
That's adorable.
Thank you. Leilani puts
even know
two
bottle
and
caps are currency.
Leilani puts 2 and 2 together and says, "I can use these to buy things, right?"
Yes.
All right. Just making certain they don't look anything like brownie points back in the vault.
Oh, and by the way, we're going to have to make a stop in Pyrite. I have business to take care of.
That sounds like some sick-ass behavioral modification shit, son.
It probably was, yes.
Fair.
Layla just looks between all three of them with an eyebrow raised and then just goes over and hugs Rachel. Thanks very much for the caps and for trusting me to do this opportunity, Rachel.
Rachel gives you a tight hug back and says, "Oh, I know you'll do great, kiddo."
I hope Mama wasn't too hard on you.
I'll live. I got a bit of a tongue lashing, but I'll be fine.
She just loves
Rachel, I know that you will and that you've done it forever, but please continue to take good care of Flower.
Rachel nods. And she goes over to Leilani and gives him a big hug.
Leilani looks surprised, but does hug back, and he says, "Thank you so much." And even Iolana just lands on Rachel's head.
She pulls away, but like still keeps a hand on your shoulder, and she says, "You take care of yourself, son."
I'll do my best.
We're going to die.
Layla gives Flower a hug, and while she's doing that, Sprig gives Flower a quick hug, then bounces from Flower's head, where she's been sitting for the past while, back onto Layla's head.
Spark has picked up Eggsy and is waiting for everyone else.
Alright, so I'm guessing you all get on the road?
Yes.
I pat Rachel on the shoulder and say, "Don't worry, I've chaperoned field trips before."
It's amazing.
Yep.
Alright. Rachel just smiles and pats you on the shoulder wordlessly.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and
for the sorry.
No, I was just, you go on.
For the record, does anyone else have any other timelines that they need to meet?
I need to help somebody pack pretty soon.
Alright. Just wondering.
Well, sorry I'm eating, I'm starving, so.
It's alright.
DM needs his energy for nefarious purposes.
Obviously. Well, since Hunter's already gone, I'm just gonna say Quinn was quiet for that time, and just, I'll tell Hunter what he missed later, and have him make any rolls he wants to, retroactively.
Okay.
And I was very serious about the pyrite comment. We are definitely going to have to make a stop in pyrite before we head north.
Excellent. Excellent.
All
The
right,
rest of you get to meet Jake.
Yes.
Jake. Yeah.
We'll figure that out later. But yes, I need to have Layla start acting a bit more like a teenager.
Now he and Emma have matching sweaters.
Yes!
And some cabbage.
Yay.
At some point, Iolana does land, or at least float next to, next to Layla and start tugging at her hair.
Hey! She bats her away. It's rude to touch people's hair without their permission.
Iolana, knock that off. You don't like it when people do that to your cotton, do you? And Iolana just trills irritably. Yes, I know they do it all the time, but still.
Fire butt!
Leilani flinches away and protectively grabs Iolana just automatically.
Look, it's okay, just don't do it again.
Alright, basically, we've accomplished what I wanted to for this session, which was getting you guys on the road, and since Hunter's gone, I don't want to push too much further.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, fair
Alright.
enough.
Bucky, thank you very much for DMing. Dally, thank you very much for streaming, and thank you all for playing with me.
And thank you to everyone who's listened.
Alright, I hope I'm doing an okay job.
You're doing fantastic, Bucky.
you are.
I'm really having a lot of fun. You are.
I'm glad.
You are a good DM. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw this to a close. Good night.